What's up, guys? Kuro here. This is a special video I'm making for a wonderful YouTuber called Proxy. I'll include a link to her channel in the description. Proxy, I'm guessing you're watching this since I'm going to send you a link. I decided to start here so that you kind of got an idea for the naming scheme, or the listing scheme, I guess I would call it. So I made a few different things. They're over there. But I decided there were some that I liked, some that I didn't like, and some that were just kind of in the middle. So the ones surrounded by green are the ones that I really liked and I thought you might like. Blue is the kind of in between, and the reds are the ones that I just included in case you might like them. And after we take a look at those, I have something over in that direction to show you. But this is a project for their Castaway server, and Proxy, decided to ask the fans for help with a path idea. So I decided to try my hand at it, even though I've only had Minecraft for about a week. And this is what I came up with. The first one up here is kind of a laying down logs as a path type of thing, but I couldn't get it to quite work out, and I never could figure out how to make it look right. But the basic idea is you have the train tracks here as kind of the ties to hold the logs together, or you could just set it straight down, normal logs, no ties, whatever you wish. And then the ties can either be in the center or on the sides. But like I said, I really didn't like that one. Whoa, frame drop. Over here, I decided to play around a bit with some grass and coarse dirt, and I think that's andesite. Granite. Okay. I know I used andesite somewhere. I'll get to that. That was a maybe because it kind of looked good until the grass filled it in, and then it's still kind of a maybe, but that's meh. This one I tried a bit more of a rocky approach, like different colored rocks, and went with the cracked stone brick, the cobblestone, and the granite to kind of give it an interesting look. But while I liked the idea of the cracked rocks, it didn't seem very Proxy-ish, I guess I could call it. And I'll get to that one in a minute. Well, in case that shows up in the video, ignore the jump cut. I just had to deal with something that popped up on my computer. Anyway, so I decided to find some, I think that one's, okay, that one's andesite and that one's diorite. But I went with a completely rocky look here, which has its merits if you're going with the we're stuck on an island Gilligan style theme that the Castaways have kind of decided to go with. It just didn't look too structured enough for me, so I left it with a maybe because good idea, just in execution. And I can't really do much better than this. Then I tried for a brick and, well, stone brick, cracked stone brick, mossy, all that kind of stuff, which I just realized I forgot to put mossy stone in there. Whoops. But the basic idea overall ended up being scrapped because I really didn't like how it turned out. It was too well put together for a we're stuck on an island theme. This one down here is my favorite, so I'll go to this one first, I think. Yeah, it was this one. Was it? I'm losing my mind. No, this one was the one that I didn't like as much. So here I kind of took clues from elsewhere that I liked. Like over there I liked lining the sides with the dark oak, which is a vast majority of Proxy's building materials. Why? I'm guessing because dark oak looks awesome as planks. But whereas she has some jungle, which is the point over there, and the jungle didn't look quite right. And then I like the mossy look for some older stones, and then cobblestone to look like quite literally stones had just been piled up without having to resort to gravel. And then the brownstone look of granite. And just kind of lined the pathway, kind of a sunk in the ground type feel, with the stones littering it to make a makeshift path with the coarse dirt kind of poking through to give that effect of, yes, this is just a thrown together path. We're worrying more about our structures that we can live in and survive against the harsh environments, etc. And it just seemed, really, yay, pop-ups that decide not to show up. Okay, so as I was saying, it seemed more natural and fit in more with the castaway and such, but the granite didn't quite look right to me. At least I think I didn't use over there. And I kind of liked this one just because you take out the granite and you've got, I found stones from all over the place and threw them down to make a path. The dirt's kind of moved through with the horses traveling through and the people traveling through and everything, but hasn't moved out of the bounds of these logs sunk into the ground, which was kind of my plan there. But as you no doubt saw in my inventory, I have a bit more than just the path materials that I've shown so far. So, let's go over there. I believe it was straight this way. If not, I'll have to do a bit of a jump cut. No, I think it was this island over here. Yeah. I seem to have lost my path. I'll be right back. So I was on the right place, I just didn't go far enough in. So, da-da-da. I decided, why just stop at making the path on the ground when I can show a bit of an idea? So, this is kind of the idea I went with for the paths, to the one that I like the most, to kind of give an idea of how it might be laid out, which, Proxy being Proxy, she can just do what she... Oops. No one saw that. Proxy being Proxy can do this, modify it in whatever way will fit her. But I just kind of went with the path and then do kind of a canopy covering to try and go with what Proxy already started. And then these cobblestones with the torches on them are kind of like this. You put up these stone piles on the side of the path and then stuck a torch in them so you can light the path without lighting the path. And then just a canopy of leaves you've managed to throw together, which obviously my computer isn't enough to support some of the better graphics you can do, so I can't see through these. So I decided to go with this, which, I don't know, I haven't tried turning on the better graphics to see through and see how it looks. This is just kind of an idea. You don't have to take this if you don't want to. But I decided to do something to make it look nice. And the benefit of this kind of path is right there. Because you can set this so the logs come out and then have these cobblestone stairs that don't clash with the path at all and allow you to go up without jumping. And obviously, I just like this enclosed look. On a side note, not related to the paths or anything, you had mentioned in one of your previous videos for the Castaway server Proxy that you had seen some people make trees out of pots and leaves, and were kind of wondering how it was done. And I'm guessing this is what you were talking about, which is fairly easy. You just put a dead bush in a flower pot and then put the leaves above it. Fairly simple. Though I will admit I learned that from Vex. And then above the canopy, I've kind of done a camouflage with tree type look to it, so it doesn't just look flat and out of place with everything else around it. But that was some of the ideas I've managed to come up with, and of the ones that I come up with, this is the one that I like the most. And I don't know, it seems very Proxy-ish, in my opinion, at least this does. And if you like it, great. If not, I completely understand. Like I said, I've only had Minecraft for about a week. Let's see, I'm making this Friday, so yeah, last Wednesday. A week ago Wednesday, sorry. But yeah, that's everything so far. Anyway, bye guys. Feel like being Proxy. Bye!